Thank you, Zbigniew. Dear guests, I would like first to start by thanking Commissioner Simpson and Minister von Straten for your kind and very, very relevant words. And I hope you will not mind if I quote some of the things you have said that I think are very relevant for what we are going to see today. You talked about groundbreaking work, and you talk about looking forward. And this is exactly what we are going to do today. We are very proud at ENTSO-E to deliver what we think is the groundbreaking very first European offshore network development plan that was developed by our TSO members through ENTSO-E in order to answer the challenges that we have to the future. And this exercise is about looking forward. Looking forward at something that I think today it's a clear consensus, and it's that wind generation in offshore is going to be one of the cornerstones of the energy transition in Europe, something we will need to deliver a fully carbon neutral, resilient, and cost-effective energy system for the future. And this is going to be a significant challenge. First of all, to plan these grids that will allow us to bring all this grid generation to the shore. This, you will see through the presentations today, there are a number of things that need to be solved. I'm going to just quote 3 of them. How we can make the most efficient use of resources on the maritime space in order to do that, as Commissioner Simpson was citing. How can we be sure to protect the environment where this infrastructure is going to be located? And also how we as ENTSO-E can provide common technical standards that would allow all these grids to be interoperable. But again, planning these offshore grids is only going to be half of the challenge. Because once this energy is on the shore, it's not the end of the story. We need to use it to feed all the European consumers that will be needed. We will need to transport it all through Europe. This means also developing onshore grids that will come with it, again, as Commissioner Simpson very rightly was mentioning. But will also mean to think about the flexibility means that will allow us to compensate for the weather dependency of this wind generation. And this is why something is extremely important is to have a systemic approach. We cannot take these issues one by one. The real added value that we provide through ENTSO-E is we can think European power system, how this wind generation is going to be brought to the continent, how it's going to be transported through the continent, how are we going to have a system that will be balanced at every time, again, with our goal of delivering a fully carbon neutral, resilient, and cost-effective system. And if I may, I will say again, planning this complete system, it's again going to be only half of the challenge, half of the story, if you allow me with all these halves. Because after we plan, we need to deliver the grids. Planning is just the start. And again, I'm going to quote, and I'm going to really thank the Commission, Commissioner Simpson, for the leadership the Commission is showing on this, with the Grid Action Plan. The Grid Action Plan is what we need to do in order to deliver the grids that we plan and the grids that we need for the energy transition. And there are a number of challenges there that are very clear in order to deliver. How to finance this infrastructure in a cost-efficient way, how to solve the supply chain bottlenecks we are encountering today, and to have manufacturing capacity in Europe, which means economic for Europe and jobs for Europe in order to deliver. How are we going to have a regulatory approach that is forward-looking in order to facilitate that? And how, again, if I go back to the issue of offshore grids, how are we going to be sure that the maritime environment is going to be protected and preserved for the future? These challenges are clearly there. What you can be sure is that ENTSO-E, as the association of all European TSOs, we are 40 today, as ministers said at the beginning, with the inclusion of Ukrenergo now, who is also one of our members for the last month. We are committed to find the solutions that will help us navigate these challenges, if I may use this word for something that is about offshore. And I just want to end, before now we go into the presentation of the plan itself, after of this introduction, by thanking all of you to be here. We have the full value chain, I think, that is present today in this room, for coming with us to this journey, a journey that will deliver the carbon neutral energy system that Europe wants and needs and deserves. Thank you very much.